Good morning, children. Today we will study the modern concept of the bonding. So we will study here the valence bond theory. Actually, this theory explains the formation of the molecule. Louis Langmuir concept of covalent bonding could not provide satisfactory answer to the following: how atoms are held together in the molecules such as hydrogen, H2, O2, N2, etc., in which no ionic species are present. Second, why the formation of covalent bonds occur. The energy changes during the formation of covalent bond. The answers to the above questions are provided by the modern theories which are based on quantum mechanical principles, and these theories are valence bond theory and the molecular orbital theory. In the valence bond theory, this approach was developed by Hitler and London and further improved by Pauling. It is also called orbital concept of bonding. In order to understand this concept, let us study the formation of H2 molecule on the basis of electrostatic interaction which lead to decrease of energy. It is well established fact that all the mechanical systems in the universe tend to lower their potential energy. Lower the energy of the system is, greater is the stability. In the similar way, the formation of bonds between the atoms occurs only if it is accompanied by decrease of energy. For the sake of illustration, let us study the formation of hydrogen molecule. Now we will study the hydrogen molecule. It has been shown by the experiment that when hydrogen is heated to a sufficiently high temperature, the molecules break up to form atoms of hydrogen. Hydrogen plus 435.8 kilojoule of energy, then it is converted into 2 atoms of hydrogen. The above equation tells us that 1 mole of hydrogen molecules need 435.8 kilojoule of energy to dissociate into hydrogen atoms. Conversely, the formation of 1 mole of hydrogen molecule from gaseous hydrogen atoms releases 435.8 kilojoule of energy. In other words, a molecule of hydrogen has lower energy than the hydrogen atoms. Let us study as to how this lowering of energy occurs when hydrogen atoms constitute hydrogen molecule. You know that the hydrogen atom has 1 electron which is present in its 1s orbital. Let us assume 2 hydrogen atoms Ha and Hb with their corresponding electrons Ea and Eb respectively. The separate hydrogen atoms have been shown in figure 4.4. When the 2 atoms start approaching, the electron to each atom start coming under the influence of the nucleus of the other. In other words, their orbital begin to interact. This has been shown in figure 4.4b. The following new electrostatic interactions are set up. First, attractive forces between one electron Ea and the nucleus Hb, and second the electron Eb and the nucleus Ha. And then the B, the repulsive forces between electron Ea and electron Eb and nucleus Ha and the nucleus of Hb. The attractive and repulsive forces have been shown in the figure. Here we can see that the attractive forces tend to bring the 2 atoms close to each other, whereas the repulsive forces tend to push them apart. It has been found that in the beginning, the magnitude of attractive forces is greater than the repulsive forces. Therefore, the atoms go on approaching each other and the potential energy of the system continues decreasing. Ultimately, a state is reached where attractive forces just balance the repulsive forces. This state is reached when the atoms are at the critical distance r0. At a distance greater than r0, the attractive forces are dominant, whereas a distance smaller than r0, the repulsive forces dominating over the attractive forces, which leads to increase of potential energy. Maximum lowering of energy takes place at critical distance r0. The lowering of potential energy as a function of internuclear distance has been shown in figure 4.5. You can see in the figure the A part, the separate atoms, they are not having any attractive or repulsive forces. But due to the attractive forces between the nucleus and the electron of the other atom, they approaches each other. In the B condition, they are approaching atoms, and due to attractive forces between the two atoms, that means the interactions start. And the third, they are the formation, the bonded atom we can say, and where the orbital overlap occur, and then there is the formation of the hydrogen molecule. So that we can see in the diagram. Now we can see the potential energy diagram. In this diagram you can see the potential energy is given on the y-axis and the internuclear distance on the x-axis. Where the potential energy is 0, there is no attractive forces between the two atoms. As the two separate atoms come close to each other or they are approaching towards each other, then slowly there will be decrease in the energy. That means the graph you can say that is coming downward. And at the x-axis you can see the internuclear distance. And then when the separate atoms, then they are starting approaching each other, and then land ultimately at the point where the two atoms come close to each other, and then there's the formation of the bond, and then there's a decrease in the energy from 0 to the point where the bond is formed. Then this energy is released, which is called as bond enthalpy. So this release energy decreases the energy of the hydrogen molecule, and so the hydrogen molecule is formed. So in this way we can explain the formation of hydrogen molecule. It is evident from the curve that the energy of two hydrogen atoms when they are held at a distance r0 is smaller than the energy of individual hydrogen atoms. Therefore, the hydrogen atoms constitute a stable grouping called hydrogen molecule. The critical distance r0 corresponding to minimum energy is called bond length. Experiments have shown that the value of R0 is 74 picometer. The energy corresponding to the minimum in the curve is called bond energy. If this much energy is supplied from outside, the bond will break and the molecule will dissociate into hydrogen atom. So this explains how a hydrogen molecule is formed, in which the two atoms come close to each other, and then they are reached as the minimum distance present between the two atoms, where they form a covalent bond, and then there is the formation of hydrogen molecule. Now we will study about the orbital overlap. If we refer to minimum energy state in the formation of hydrogen molecule, the two hydrogen atoms are enough near so as to allow their atomic orbitals to undergo partial interpenetration. Partial interpenetration means that a part of electron cloud of each of the two half-filled atomic orbitals become common. This partial interpenetration of atomic orbital is called overlapping of atomic orbitals. The electrons belonging to these orbitals are said to be shared. The probability of finding the finding the shared electrons is maximum in the region of the overlap than the other places. This leads us to the conclusion that orbital overlap is necessary for the electrons to be shared or for the bond to be formed. According to Pauli's principle, the two electrons occupying same region of space must have different spins quantum number. Therefore, the two electrons forming a bond must have opposite spins. The overlapping of atomic orbitals in case of hydrogen molecule has been shown in the figure 4.4 that you can see we have already discussed, in which the two atoms come close to each other. Now we'll study the for the helium. Why He2 molecule is not formed. Helium atom has electronic configuration 1s2, has 2 electron in its 1s orbital. The new attractive and repulsive forces which come into existence when two helium atoms approach each other are shown in the figure 4.6 A and B. So you can see here the formation of the attractive forces in the upper side. So the two electrons are shown in the figure, and then there is the attractive forces shown. Both the electrons are attracted by the nucleus of the other atom. So in this way there are the attractive forces. In the next part, in the next figure, the repulsive forces are shown. So when you count that there are the repulsive forces between electron versus electron, then there is the number, the new repulsive forces, nucleus versus nucleus. So when we count the attractive and repulsive forces, then you will find that the number of repulsive forces is greater than the number of attractive forces. That means the repulsion is more than that of the attractive force. And that's why He2 molecule does not exist. In this case, it has been found that the new repulsive forces are dominant over the attractive forces during the approach of two helium atoms. As a result of larger magnitude of repulsive forces, the energy of the system increases, which leads to instability. Since energy of the separate hydrogen atoms is smaller than that of the system, when they are close to each other, they prefer to stay separate and do not form He2 molecule. The answer to the above question can be given on the basis of orbital overlap. The 1s orbital of helium has 2 electrons. These orbitals cannot overlap because it would be go against Pauli's exclusion principle. As helium atoms do not form bonds to constitute He2 molecule.